Oh, we've discovered Cardassians. It's
Red
only
alert!
been like
This is a hostile ship, so you can okay, so before you click anything, don't click anything.
Okay.
Here's your options. If you hail them, and their ship is aggressive, you will die.
Okay.
You will not even get to fight if the Cardassians choose to attack.
Okay.
If you fight, I think you will have an opportunity in the battle screen to try hailing. And if the hailing fails and you survive the first round of combat, you might be able to fight back.
Okay.
So...
And then what does auto do?
Auto just automatically resolves the conflict. You don't want to do that, especially early on.
So fight is your recommendation, huh?
So it's a gamble. If you hail and they're peaceful, you're fine. And usually in first contact situations, the hail will work.
All right, let's do it.
Frequencies have been opened.
I'm gonna be peaceful.
And alien culture has
and
been
they
discovered.
did. So you're good.
From the Cardassian
Hooray!
Union. We look forward to diplomatic.
We are gonna
See, everybody likes the
We
Federation.
are going to want to battle
In
at
the
some
meantime,
point, just to
however,
show it.
We
Okay.
insist that you
We'll
avoid
battle
our
with somebody
space
small that we can
and
take.
recognize our
The
territorial
Federation is
sovereignty.
like America. We only pick fights that we can win or prolong for 20 years and fill money into our military-industrial complex.
Except for every conflict we've been in since World War II.
Yes, that was the joke.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess.
So yeah, you can look at Galador and see what that system looks like now.
The Galador was the system.
It's the Southwest.
Oh, it's this one.
It's
okay.
the new one where you met the Cardassians.
Where their ship is, and that was a destroyer, wasn't it?
Their ship is a scout.
Oh, we were both scouts. Okay, we're
Yeah.
both science
Which
vessels.
is why they didn't fight you. And in fact, I think on the battle display it said that their ship is a fast attack
so
ship.
Galador's not nearly as important as all of these other planets
Yeah,
for sure.
And again, I think on the combat.
Oh, I forgot this one had a class M. This is probably what I'm going to terraform.
On the hailing frequency screen, I think it actually said that the Cardassian ship was a fast attack ship, which usually means that it's a reconnaissance style ship and usually non-aggressive. If it actually told you that it was a combat ship or a command ship, then you're probably more likely to be in a fight. So if you make first contact with a fast attack ship, you're probably okay to hail.
I wanted to cancel. Okay, cool. I didn't want to do a thing because how do I unselect him?
Click on the in the left under task forces.
And just click him again.
Yeah, just click on him again, and it should.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's part of how I keep accidentally is I don't know how to unselect.
Yeah, it's again
20-year-old
game.
He knows he's terraforming.
UI conventions, and you reselected him again because you keep clicking on the Starfleet badge icon.
I selected him, but he is in the middle of terraforming, so
Correct.
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, you want to leave him there.
Yeah,
and yeah, in the future, if you click on the system instead of the Starfleet badge icon, you won't select the ship. You'll just click on the system. So
okay. All right, so
yeah, so I guess you want to explore with your science vessels some more.
Yeah, where do I go now?
Because you might have to scroll the map a little bit.
I'll
to see
zoom
what's
it out.
around you, and you actually can enter Romulan space, but they might not like it.
I might just go all the way down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they might not like it if you. And you can enter Cardassian space as well, but they might take that as a sign of hostility.
Right, Cardassian space is that red.
It's a
space,
purple.
correct?
Yeah, their color is purple.
Yeah. Okay.
And didn't you have another science ship sitting around, or was it just the destroyer?
Just the destroyer, and I want him there on that border protecting.
Yeah.
He's not even there yet. He's that guy south of Seoul.
Right.
Game is.
So now the question
Game
is,
is
do you
very
want that
unhappy.
destroyer on Ericon or something like that, or do you want it on Celtris, which has the Class M world?
Well, I want it on Ericon for now because I don't expect the Cardassians to swoop in and attack me at any moment.
Fair
I've
enough.
5 turns remaining on that colony ship. What's my credit count? Do I want to start
1500.
paying it off? I'll pay it off next turn, maybe. No, I'll pay it off now, and if I regret not saving for a rainy day, I'll regret not saving for a rainy day.
This early in the game, I don't think you have much to worry about in that regard.
Yeah, should I build that first troop transport? You said it's important later. Is it important now?
I don't know if you have the technology yet to build outposts, in which case the troop transport is only good for invading other star systems.
Oh, so not
so
useful
you'll
at all right
have
now.
to check your technology screen to see if outposts are even available.
Here's what I'll do. I'll add a colony ship, and if it says I can't do the destroyer, I'm guessing it'll automatically move to the next one.
Maybe.
Seems like a safe bet. We'll experiment with it.
We'll find out.
All right, we've got to say hello to our new Cardassian friends.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any. We got to keep up with the Cardassians. So, gotta. Nothing?
Oh, and here's
No response to that? I said keep it up with the Cardassians?
I don't know if you noticed this, but the Ferengi actually have one tick less in their relationship with you, and that's probably because
I
forward
colonized
settled them.
So they're probably not going to fight me, but they're a little upset with me.
They're upset with you, so you will probably have to bribe them if you want to improve your relationship at this point.
I'm fine. Like you said, they'll never join me. I'm happy to leave them there for now.
I think you sent a request to the Trill and the Binars and the Miserians, right?
Yes, I did. I don't know why it doesn't show them in. Well, I guess that's part of
crappy UI.
Why can't I send this?
You did.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
No. Peace treaty, non-aggression, send. There it goes.
Oh, it's sent because it just doesn't actually get sent until you end the turn.
Okay. And then I can't. Okay, here's my active. So yeah, I do have an active. Okay, there's the duration remaining. Cool.
Yeah.
I guess, should I try to re-propose the Romulans or just leave them be?
Did you already send a request to the Romulans?
Yes. And they ignored it. It, like, actively told me that they ignored it.
Oh. Then I wouldn't...
Like 5 turns ago.
I think if you keep pestering them, they'll actually get annoyed.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll move on to the next turn and see if anything exciting is
Which,
happening.
again, is something that the AIs in, like, modern-day civilization don't do. You can go to them 10 times a turn and propose the same thing, and they'll never actually get upset with you for it.
I'm gonna be greedy. Yeah, because I'm making so many credits a turn.
You're not spending your money on anything else at this
Purchase
point.
order.
Especially just to speed
pump
up,
it out and rapid expand.
Speed up the let's
play. Yeah, I
play
should have done that in the first turns earlier, and I'd have a lot more. I'd be a little more.
Well, you also didn't have as much money in the first few turns.
Oh, I'm already on that map. All right, take the turn. Do the things.
Diplomatic messages have been received.
Oh, yep, Miserians and Binars accepted the friendship agreements.
Hooray!
So you are friends with those people, which means now you can send trade routes to them, which you probably should do.
Yes,
if you remember how to do that. You click on the economic overlay,
and I do this, and I send it to probably the Binars because I need them to like me more.
Yeah, it's Binus. I think it's one more to the north.
Binus. Yeah, there it is.
And I don't know if you can trade with the Ferengi yet. I don't know if the non-aggression. I don't think the non-aggression pact allows you. I think you need friendship in order to trade, but you can drag it over their world and see if.
Metalline is their homeworld.
It's a planet they colonized.
Okay.
Their homeworld is Ferenginar.
Oh, I can do any planet that any of them have if I'm like friendly enough.
Correct.
Okay. I can only have 2 though? Should I do the Binars or the Miserians?
I would do the Binars because again, I suspect the Miserians, now that you have a friendship treaty with them, are just going to ask to join the Federation in a couple turns.
That's your inside information?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're programmed and scripted.
Let's bring the map in again because this game from like 20 years ago somehow doesn't run well.
Yeah,
all right.
Like I said, I have no illusions that this was actually.
I need to check in on here. Oh, this is going to take forever, but I should be reallocating and stuff.
You could buy it.
Well,
see how much it costs. 20 turns is a lot of turns.
Well, heck, I should just be buying everything. I should just subsidize the crap. That's where all my money's going now.
And then you can allocate a point of population into it, which will speed up your production of future buildings.
Yeah, all right. Where's my... let's see, that's under... production. I don't have a point of population to put into anything.
Yeah, true. You got to wait for the system to grow a little bit.
Yeah,
and
so
it only has a 0.9% growth rate.
Yeah, but let's start building their stuff. Okay, so I guess I'll more mass replicators after this, right? You generally want to anyway, or?
I mean, again, you're not gonna have the population to actually allocate.
You know, you said I should build a subspace scanner, and if I just buy it out right next turn, then I'll do that.
Yeah, maybe
and I can always bring it down the
better.
queue. I can always leave it on the back burner here.
Yeah, the scanner might be best.
Yeah, let's be scanners. Get it? In reference to the show.
Keep tabs
scanners.
on them, Ferengis.
Them damn dirty Ferengis. We don't want them crossing the border.
And if you want to see your ships again, you got to go back to the military view.
Yay! Oh, you know what made me happy? Back to Picard, because this is ostensibly a show about Picard.
Right, but we're actually playing a good video game this time, so there's things to talk about with it.
Yeah. I am very happy that that we had a setup and a payoff. There was a magic Jerry Ryan summoning device that was passed off to Elnor, the half Romulan, half, or no, he's all Romulan. The warrior monk.
Oh, I forgot that she gave him that.
Yeah, and then that's how she knew to show up. She knew to show up because Elnor had that thing.
Wait, I thought he found it like taped to the bottom of a desk.
Oh, it might have been, but he had it. Like, that's how it got to him, and that's how Jerry Ryan got summoned. And, you know, it didn't come out of nowhere. Oh, that's right. I think
it belonged to Hugh.
Did it? I don't remember exactly.
Yes.
It might have belonged to Hugh.
And I don't remember if we talked about this in the last time we discussed, but the actual little side story with Hugh and the reclaiming these Borg drones has been my favorite, like, subplot of the show so far. I wish the show had been more about that and less about these silly, stupid Romulan conspiracies. Did we talk about that last time?
I think I did not tell these colony ships to start terraforming yet.
Do you remember?
If we talked about
Did we talk about the Borgs? How I actually liked the Borg plot?
Yes, you did. You said you were very excited about it.
Which then made me very frustrated that they just up and murdered Hugh for no good reason. And
I made the horrible decision to forget to start terraforming a turn or two ago.
And
I think it was a turn.
Is something that just bothers me about a lot of TV shows nowadays in general, is that they're all trying to be like Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead and just kill off popular characters for the shock value, and none of them seem to actually understand, like, why, from a narrative standpoint, killing the characters worked in Game of Thrones. Because in Game of Thrones, at least in the early seasons, the deaths of major characters wasn't done just for shock value. Yes, it was shocking, and that was a big part of the appeal, but those characters were always very integral to the plots and stories being told. Like, they were important, and then their deaths were used to springboard other characters into importance.
Should I tell the Mizarans, should I just keep going?
If their relationship keeps going up, then yeah.
Oh, wait for the relationship to go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta wait a few turns for the,
Okay, otherwise they might just do it themselves.
Right. But, like, a lot of other shows, and Star Trek Picard is guilty of this,
Yay!
They just kill people. We talked about last time, Ichep.
Yeah.
Ichep deserved better than to just be brutally murdered by having his eye ripped out. And Hugh deserved better. And
well, the Romulans made a statement. Are they mad? Oh, we have to go back.
Was one of my favorite characters, like, you know, minor guest characters in all of Star Trek ever. And, like, now they just murdered him for no good reason. And now that's just part of Star Trek canon.
Yeah,
we can't undo that.
I am upset about that too. Don't just needlessly, like, close off. Have a reason. Make it important to the story, or else it is meaningless.
There's still 2 episodes in the first season left to go. Maybe they're gonna, like...
how do I...
Because one of the other things
look at this
is...
again? You said we found out how to look at what the statement was.
Oh, I think you just go into the diplomacy screen and
it's in
select
diplomacy?
the Romulans.
Okay.
Yeah, so, the right-click diplomacy, and I think it'll just take you directly... Oh, there it is.
There's a statement. Your expansion, be careful, you reach or exceed your grasp. Yeah, I'm gonna reach all the way up into Deneva.
Did you actually expand, though? Like...
I started... I just started terraforming.
Do they notice that you're terraforming, even though you haven't called... Or maybe they notice that you have a relationship with the Binars going.
Well, that could be. Because I've got trade routes.
It could be either one.
I mean, I'm after Deneva. Like, they have it. They have Deneva. Right? Correct? That means they're on that planet?
Yeah. Do you see the text?
Oh, that one wasn't that important, though. It was Zara that we cared about, so...
Yeah. Which is currently in their space, so you cannot colonize
Right,
it.
I have to get it disputed, which means I have to colonize.
You have to get it disputed, and then you either have to negotiate with them to trade for it, or you have to go to war with them to claim it.
Okay. That's going to be built soon.
So what were we talking about? With Picard. Hugh...
just killing off characters.
So... what I was getting at is one of the things that has made the last couple episodes of Picard, like, better or at least less bad than the first 6 episodes is they've kind of retroactively made past plot elements less dumb.
Okay.
For one thing, they are actually now starting to explain what the deal is with the Romulans' hatred of synthetics, and apparently it has something to do with some...
Why wouldn't it let me build the substation?
It is not, in fact, the case that the Romulans accidentally created the Borg thousands of years ago. It looks like instead there was some, like, ancient precursor race that maybe built synthetics and then the synthetics rebelled and went all Skynet on them.
Purchase ordered.
And, like, they had to wipe all synthetics out of the galaxy.
I mean, I guess. That's the only thing I could figure.
And now, apparently, just everybody assumes that if any synthetics are built anywhere in the galaxy, that same thing is going to happen again.
Or at least this one Romulan cult does, and has been very effective at stopping it from happening.
Which is the other thing, too, is that the Zod Vosh, is that what they're called?
Zod Vosh, I think?
Zod Vosh, whatever. They're not some super secret intelligence, like, official above-board intelligence organization within Romulan Empire.
Right, they're a cult.
They are a cult.
And I wish they would call them a cult in the text of the show instead of whatever their term they're using.
That's right. If the first episode or two...
Ooh, that's a nice planet.
If Picard's Romulan housekeeper had told him that this was a crazy cult and not made it sound like they were part of official Romulan intelligence.
Right, like the Section 31 of the Romulans is what they make it sound like.
Right, that's what they made it, which had elements of power creep and, like, was just silly. I would have been far more accepting of this in those early episodes.
Yeah, these episodes retroactively make a lot of the rest of the series better, in my opinion.
But because the Romulans apparently did not actually create the Borg, the entire Borg subplot now has been rendered superfluous, which is why I'm angry that they just for no reason killed Hugh. And then they had this other silly subplot where 7 of 9 temporarily became the Borg queen of this cube.
Yeah, I assume that's going to come back later,
and
right?
woke up all the Borg, and then the Romulans just vented them all out into space, even though we've explicitly seen that Borg drones can operate in space.
Yeah, anaerobically.
And that took care of the whole problem.
Oh,
and then
cool.
that entire little scene was a GNDN scene. Goes
Yeah.
nowhere, does nothing.
Well, it might go somewhere and do something later.
I
That
have
might
to
be the
assume
point.
that 7 of 9 is going to swoop in with the fully active Borg cube to save the day in the last episode, because if not, then the only other thing that I can see is maybe this is a setup for Star Trek 7 of 9. Here's actually what I think is going to happen now. Check what that Cardassian ship is. Make sure that's not a
I think that was
ship.
that scout shitter from earlier. Yeah.
Here's what I actually think now is going to happen with the end of Picard. I think in 2 more episodes, they're going to kill Picard.
Okay.
And that's going to be the
end of Star Trek
end
Picard.
of Star Trek Picard. And
I would like that.
This is going to turn into be a seasonal anthology show, and the next season is going to be Star Trek.
Oh, that would be so good.
Is going to be Star Trek 7 of 9.
I can terraform.
And
P,
then
correct.
Next season's thing about 7 of 9 will probably have her interact with some other established Star Trek character like Worf or Geordi or someone, and then so the season after that will be Star Trek Worf, because I know Michael Dorn has been like begging for a standalone Worf TV show.
I can't send anyone to regular yet. I have to. Yeah, I can't send colony ships there.
Michael Dorn has been begging for a Star Trek Worf standalone series for years now.
Okay,
so that's my bet. Is 7
He's
of
still
9,
active and healthy enough to do it?
I think so, yeah. So 7 of 9, I'm guessing. Well, Picard's Patrick Stewart's like 117 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got a lot of money and a lot of doctors.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to look at my planets.
My suspicion is they're going to kill Picard in these next 2 episodes, or in the last episode of this. The next season is going to be a Star Trek 7 of 9 series, and she's going to interact with Worf, and the season after that is going to be Star Trek
Select
Worf.
planet for terraforming.
I would be completely on board with this.
And if that is the direction that this goes, and they're not just going to try to perpetually have season after season of Picard having new space John Wick or space John McClane story arcs, I will be much more amenable to the future installments in this series. And I bring up the space John Wick thing because something I wanted to talk about last time but completely forgot about is what happened to the dog.
Yeah. Well, you talked about the dog forever, but you didn't. Yeah, you didn't disclose your displeasure about the dog.
The dog was my favorite thing about the first episode of Picard,
and he was just gone afterwards.
And then he just vanished completely from the show. He hasn't even.
Your theory was he was a reshoot, right?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it was a reshoot that they just put into that first episode and wasn't actually intended or planned or written into the rest of the series, because he hasn't even been mentioned. Like those Romulan Zod Vosh people broke into Picard's house, and the dog was nowhere to be seen. Picard didn't ask, where's number 1? Is number 1 okay? They didn't say the Romulans killed the dog and then sent Picard off on space John Wick mission.